Hey everybody, we're not going to be on here super long today. We are going to try to use our new fancy schmancy thing. I forgot about it, so let me try it out. Um, See if it won't help things. And then we're going to do a quick Cutch cutting. Ugh. And like I said, it is more fun to watch than uh, I'm sure election coverage is, right? I would think. So we'll turn the power on. Is that going to hold? Hey, there we go. Why are you fighting anything? There we go. All right, let me get a few of these lights gone. See, that'll make it a little bit better in here. I think last time we found that it was daytime. This will probably make it way too dark. Let's see what we did there. Uh, well, maybe not. Let's see here. Yeah, it's too dark for me to work, so y'all get just doing a little bit of light. Sorry. We'll do the best we can. So, this is not going to be a long video because I'll be honest, guys, I've had a pretty long day, and my wife's making my favorite dinner. And to quote an old country song uh, by Reba McEntire, you know, dinner's waiting and I got to get to it. But I do want to cut these eggs as they come. So this is clutch number 20. Now, if you're following along at home, the last we did live was number 18. That was because 19 only had one good egg, so we did it live on Patreon. And the baby had some kinking issues that we could tell right away, including a blunt tail. And then later on, we discovered a little bit more kinking in there, and it did not survive. I just checked it today. So that's what happened on clutch 19, just so we're not pulling the, weird vote dumps or odd things or whatever else, is going on weird. We want to be transparent. Can't say that for every place in the country right now, but we got our little scissors here, and let's cut these eggs. So first of all, we should probably tell you what the pairing is, and the pairing was a pretty simple one, really, but something I'm really excited about. It was our Orange Dream female, I do believe, wherever she is at right now, paired with a GHI male. So we're hoping for some Orange Dream GHIs. Let's get to it. So we're going to start with the ones who have already pipped, which are three of them. I'm going to start with this one. So I think, from what I could see, its little nose, and it was actually the cover snake. And I'm sorry if I don't respond to comments. I'm not going to be able to see them while I'm doing some of this. This is one I have high hopes for. Now, this is a pairing we did because, well, we kind of want to see how GHI interacts with some of that. And I can tell you right there, that's a funky looking snake. But there's definitely some pattern aberrations going on in there, and some different colors going on in there. So we might have hit the combo right there. Cool, right? So let's I know, right? What do I mean transparent in the election? I don't care what side you follow, or like the fact that it's all going to end up in a court and for valid reasoning is not a good situation for the country of America. Uh, but, and you would just think with modern times, we could do way better at it than we do. But yeah, we don't. I know, little buddy. I'm trying to break that shell for you. Okay, let's try it this way. Look, I'm trying to make the world a little bit easier for you to... There, yeah, now it is, right? But you just still didn't figure that out. So we're going to come from here. Sorry you're seeing my arm right now. He's got his head stuck. And it should not have to be stuck anymore. I can get this picked up. Get my finger in there. Big hands. There we go. Sometimes it's easier to pop that shell like that if you think the head is stuck and cut it. It can be very difficult to do. Now that is, I can't tell what that is. Hopefully at least an Orange Dream. It's really hard to kind of tell what's going on with its back right now. So we'll cut this one next because it is already open. And again, these are some combos I personally haven't seen. So, but that has got GHI in it. And look at that coloration down there. So, that's a really cool looking snake. There you can really see that back. So definitely GHI in there. I'll have to kind of see what else is going on when we get there. Well, I'm glad we can do that for you. I mean, we're gonna poke fun at it. We poke fun at everything though. So let's open some more eggs. And of course, all these eggs went term look good. We're hoping to get some more laid late, but this is actually our second to last clutch in the baiter right now. So now I want you to look. Okay, I want to show you something. How well we can see that I don't know, but the dark coloration there, that's a really nice GHI. You can see how much different this looks, and certainly how much different this looks. Now I wish I could see a little further down to see what all's going on in that, because that looks pretty crazy. And but I think we only have the two genes at play here. Let me see if I can't find the actual parents of this. You'd think I would have that readily handy. Of course, the GHI male, not a problem to know which one that is. And then our Orange Dream Pastel female has not laid yet this year. We don't know if she will. So it has to be our straight Orange Dream, wherever the world I have her stashed at, which is, well, honestly somewhere. But that's what's going on. And this is a pairing we did because, again, like I say, we want to see what that looks like in combos. And probably we'll end up trying to keep a female combo if we have one. And we have enough eggs that we have a really good shot at that. That looks like a GHI in there as well, with some funkiness going on. You know what? Let me go look at something right back. You just keep that. I want to double check one thing, make sure my memory is good. Just a little bit of a funky pattern. I wanted to make sure that it was what I thought it was, which is Orange Dream GHI. But I was seeing some twisting in there. But you'll see sometimes in GHI and the way it connects up. But I think all we got going on there is just a straight GHI. We'll know more when things are kind of out. So let's go here. Now, this is a really fluidy egg, so we're going to leak everywhere when we cut this one. We'll get a few like that from time to time. There, you can see it. Won't hurt anything to leak out a little bit. It freaked me out when I was first starting this. I was like, oh no, I'm going to lose the fluid and bad things are going to happen. Won't hurt a thing. So that's I can't tell what's going on in there. That may just be because I'm seeing the bottom of it. There may not be much too interesting in that snake. Let's keep on rolling. See my fingers off there. And that does not look overly interesting at all. So we'll have to kind of see when they come out for head markings and whatnot. But we got 38 watching now. Hit that thumbs up. We used to get like 138 in these, but I don't think everybody gets the memo anymore. Or, maybe I pissed off a few people. Probably a little bit of that. I know we have some people that used to like us that no longer do, and we have some new ones who like us now too that didn't used to, so it all pans out. But if y'all know me well, I'm just gonna always keep kind of doing me and go from there. So, see how we got in here. Okay, that's really dark inside, so likely gonna be. So let's see what we can kind of share with you. So this looks to be probably a GHI right here. Okay, you can see how dark that is. This also looks to be a GHI most likely here. And then here, this snake looks really funky. The colors are bright. The pattern's weird. So I think that's going to be your GHI Orange Dream is my hope. Here, it's hard to say right now until we can see more of that snake. But definitely GHI going on in there. Maybe a little more. This one here, let me open you up a little further, buddy. It's hard to say right now, but because I can't see enough of it to really make a solid call. But we might have a straight orange dream there. The head's pretty blush, but we could also have a really nice looking normal. We'll know more ones out. And then, of course, over here, I think the one I said didn't appear to be too interesting looking. So probably a normal or straight orange dream. Well, no, that was this one. So, we got that going on. Then this one here, though, is also a very cool looking snake. So, I'll kind of show you this one here a little bit. So you can kind of see the coloration in there. You can see the lips are white. So I'm hoping we have a combo there. So I'm hoping we got at least 2 combos. Let me flip you around. I'll talk to you guys a little bit while I pull the, not the stuffing out of these, but pull the, whatchamacallit out of these. So like what we'll do is we'll just pick all these up on the grate, typically. Kind of like so. And then we'll pull these out, get rid of those. They don't need to be there no more. And the reason I do that now, I didn't used to really worry about it, but I actually had a snake eat one, and I only know that because it vomited it up or pooped it out, one of the two. I'm pretty sure it was the first one. And that can't be what you really want. So we started taking all those out of there. File suit for a recount. I want to recount on my genes. So that way we don't have that problem in the future. It's one of those things that, we kind of live and learn. And I wish somebody would have said that something to me, but nobody did. So I don't know if nobody else has ever had that problem and mine was an isolated incident, or if somebody was like, nope, he's going to have this happen one day, and didn't bother to share that knowledge. Either one is fine. All right, so set this over here in my to be disinfected and clean pile of junk. I'll kind of show you the setup here really quick. Then we're going to go to Patreon. And you finally made one, but you made it at the very end. So there's how we kind of set them up now. So they're still going to stay in here till they all crawl out. And they'll be happier than a clam to do so. But we get the grate out, so I don't get anything stuck under the grate or anything like that. We also get all of the Q-tips out, so when them doesn't try to eat that, it can't be good for them. And this is kind of what we're looking at. So in this case, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was all the eggs she laid. So again, we're 8 for 8. We are not having a perfect year, but we are having certainly a better year than last year. I think we've had, let's see here, 2 clutch wipes, but those clutches were very weak to begin with. And what I mean by they were very weak to begin with is one of them only had, I think, 2 viable eggs. One of them only had 3 viable eggs. Now, the one with 3 viable eggs was the one that, we had 2 snakes that were live out of both of those. One of them hung itself on an umbilical cord. The other one was a kinked mess and couldn't actually make it out. And had it made it out, would have probably been to be euthanized anyway, unfortunately. But with that, let me spin you guys back around here so you can look at something not as pretty as those. But with that, they were a bunch of slugs in those 2. It was a first-year male, so we weren't, it's not, I don't want to say it's to be expected, but it's not as like, holy shit, what just happened? What's in the bottom of the container is straight perlite mixed with water. So the water will sink to the bottom, but it'll keep the humidity way high. The perlite is just a lava rock. You can buy it at your Home Depot, your Menards. It's really used for growing plants is the main thing. So it's around. A lot of people will mix it with like moss or with the, whatchamacallit. And if you go and you buy your hatchite is basically made of perlite. So it's pretty common to see it. So let me say they're so happy we've grown into such an amazing business, even better breeder. Amazing looks at the passion. Well, thank you. We are very passionate. Probably ain't pulling through today. I was just up really late last night, and then I had to get up for work this morning. And that's just the whole of America, right? I mean, we were all up late last night trying to see if we knew who the president was going to be. Obviously, we don't, and we probably won't. I mean, there's going to be some networks saying they know, but it's going to be a shit show in the courts, and we won't know for a month and a half. If you were around in 2000 with the hanging chads, you'll know what I'm talking about. Ooh, look at that. I just see somehow I missed one. So we'll get rid of that. Must have been stuck to my lid. So, but it makes me really tired. So I'm gonna end up going home, eating dinner, and then tomorrow my wife are gonna come here and do a bunch of baby logging. So yeah, that was me too, David. I went to bed about well, I went to bed about finally 12, and I had to get up around 6 something. But then I turned it on in bed too, and I watched it, and I just, wasn't good sleep. So Hatchite is expensive, and you know what? I'll tell you. So Hatchite's one of those things that it works for a lot of people, and it's not a bad product. It does not work for me. I put my first clutch on Hatchite. The Hatchite was a little dry, which can happen. So I added water, and basically they didn't plump up. So I kept running with they're supposed to plump up after you add water, and they didn't. So what did I do? I added more water, right? And then I added more water, and I ended up killing all my eggs. That was clutch number one. Now that was clear back circa 2015. So don't hold it against me. I've learned since then. But one of the reasons why we don't use Hatchite and why I like to elevate my eggs on the rack systems, which a rack system is just a system that needs to be clean, just looks like this. We make them ourselves. It's 2 pieces of light diffuser cut, zip tied together. Is that keeps them up off of there so they don't have any chance of absorbing water, and I can add as much water as I want. It's great, So on the bongo gene, I really can't. I'm not the best person to do that, Mateo, just because I don't own any. And without having bongo in my collection, it'd be really hard for me to do a lot of bongo. The next video we're going to do on the gene is going to probably be, I bet, is probably going to be, and you're seeing a lot of them come out with the cryptic krypton genes. We'll probably do a video on that because we've got a plethora of baby kryptons right now, which is really cool. We didn't mean to have them, so we had to kind of go to school ourselves and learn about them. And that'll probably be the next gene we focus on, just to kind of show off the difference. And our clutch is really cool. I don't want to ruin it here because we'll do an entire film on it. And they're beginning to shed out. I think there's 1 or 2 that still have it. So we'll wait on that. What came out really cool in the clutch is, we have a straight krypton, so we can compare a krypton to a normal because we got several of those laying around. We also had a lesser krypton in the same clutch. So we'll be able to show you where everybody's kind of showing the cryptics and kryptons. And if you don't know what you're looking for, you can kind of, what am I seeing here? I think the ability to show both of those morphs together, like here is without the krypton and here is with krypton, which for those who don't know, krypton is a het cryptic, het clown. You'll be able to get a better idea. Vermiculate, that's the word I was looking for earlier. Thank you. Of what exactly we're showing and the difference in the look. Same with the normal versus straight krypton. And then 2, we have a pastel krypton, so we'll be able to show both together. And then we also have a lesser pastel krypton. And fortunately, we have some lesser pastels. Not clutch mates, but we have so we can kind of show you the difference. And it's really cool what the krypton does with pastel. And then it's really, really freaking cool what it did with the lesser pastel. I'm really over the moon about it. I would show you. That's the one that hasn't shed yet. Oh, well, I'm glad you guys are enjoying the Cards Against Humanity. For those of you that don't know, our Patreon members, if you're not on there, they like to have about once a week, I think it is, where they get together, a handful of them, and they play Cards Against Humanity online and other things, and they just have a blast. Every now and then we pop in. I think it's been like twice. I don't have a lot of time to do that, unfortunately, but like I always say, that's more for the community. Like the Patreon, you join our Patreon, not just for us, but for the community you become a part of. That's a positive, helpful community. Honestly, more than you do for me. So, yeah, like they do that all the time. They have a blast with it. I mean, there's some guys that are going to be in there every go around Flat Mountain Pythons, which shouldn't say guys. Sorry, I don't know. That's a girl. And Wolfgeist will almost always be in there. So, plus everybody, we got to kind of, some people are sent home with COVID right now, so it's a good way to pass the time, right? While you wait to find out if you can go out in society for a while. All right, guys, we've got this about 20 minutes, so unless anybody has any questions like that, we're going to hop off. So I do got to slide to Patreon and do a live there. We're going to probably give you a quick preview of those babies that we made and show you those on there. So, yeah, they do. And that's another thing, too, Patrick. A lot of people's private sites that they have like that, they, would want to say, oh, no, you can't advertise for sale on here. You can't do this on here, and with us, we say, please do. It opens up more opportunities to the community. So there's actually a page on our Discord just for selling animals. So like you can go and browse that and look at it. I mean, it's not near as simple to get through as Morph Market, but you also know the people you're buying from. You talk to them frequently. You can see how they post. You can see how they interact. So I think it's really cool, and I'm really happy that it's there. I did hear that JKR just dropped one, and I am not going to have time to check it out. And I'll probably avoid watching it, honestly, before I do mine. And the reason for that isn't a knock on JKR. I actually really like what he does. But I have found that if I watch too many videos about a subject, I watched just enough to kind of learn what I was talking about, talk to some people, did that. But if I watch too many videos and I end up making the same damn video they did, and why, like, why do that? So if I do it without watching theirs and then I watch their stuff later, then mine will end up having my own spin on it and a little bit of my own things. So that is probably what I'll do. So I'll probably avoid watching any Krypton videos now until we have ours done and in the can. Once it's in the can and filmed, then I'll talk about it. I will hope to probably film that this coming week. Be my hope. Probably on Monday, but that doesn't mean it'll be out on Monday because it'll film on Monday. I mean, that shit. No, it won't be Monday. I'm sorry. We'll be filming later in the week because I'll be out of state come Monday. So, yes, Mateo, it does. As a matter of fact, all of our snakes released on Patreon first, and they also get access to monthly specials. The last one we just did was we sold on special a Xanthic pastel male, so really kind of cool. Putting a leopard in a normal, well, Chuzzle, I'll tell you what, because this is how I'm talking about doing the Patreon video anyway. Not the Patreon video, sorry, the Krypton video. So just stand by. You'll behave. Well, so forget where I got you out of. Hold on 1 second. You look if you want to bite my face. So how about I don't play with you? I want something that's going to behave itself. You might. And you might not, but I can make you behave. Alright, so I'm going to bring in 2 snakes. To kind of show you. Because I understand where it can get difficult. So, because people will go, hey, this is a leopard, and this is a leopard. And you're going to look for these big spots and things like that. But if you're not looking at one together, right, it's going to be very hard to tell. So, yeah, that'd be awesome, Mateo. Now, we can only ship to the 48, so do keep that in mind. So then here is what would be a normal. Now, this is a normal that has got some blown out alien heads anyway, so some stuff's kind of hiding in it. So I can see where if you just see this and then you see this, it's really kind of difficult. But watch what happens when we do this. So when you look at these two together, you can really see the difference, I think, in the alien head pattern. How these are just much bigger. They're still jointed up. And you can also see, I think, when we get to the... Here, I'll tell you what. Let's do it like this, guys. This will be a little bit easier, I think. I keep saying I think. It's like my new catchword. So, there... Hey, stay where I want you to thing. Should be pretty simple to see. This is a normal, and this is a leopard. And you can really see the pattern difference there. And then if we look really close, it'll show up on camera. Let me get these close to the edge, so they don't fall off. So there you can kind of see how much cleaner the bottoms are. And there you can really see the alien head pattern difference. The bigger spots, the blown out everything, super clean in there versus a lot more noise on a normal. And then the coloration, although this is kind of it's just a little bit better, I would say. A little bit, it's just mostly more clean. And there you can really see the pattern differences. So again, leopard would be on what I'm saying on my right, which would be over here, whoop, there, versus not leopard there. And don't bite my finger. I see you thinking about it. So, hopefully that helped you kind of decide what you're looking for. Now I get to pick that one up without getting bit, because it's certainly thinking about it. Yeah. Let me go put these back, and then we'll move on. That's the same way we kind of plan on doing the Krypton video, is showing with and without Krypton to make it a little easier to see the differences. So he does want to give me a bite. Mixed clown and even better. Yeah, our clown projects got pushed back. We are going to amplify that in the coming years. All right, guys, we've been on for 25 minutes. I'm going to hop up off here, slide over to Patreon for a while. We'll go ahead and show the cryptic stuff that has shed over there. I'm really excited. I want to share with you guys. All right, we'll catch you next time.